Marcel Pro organization, he had a couple of bullet points I want to talk about. He said, preventing the rise of a black messiah is important, because this person could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. Last but not least, J. Edgar Hoover said a final goal should be to prevent the long-range growth of militant black organization, especially amongst youth. We have to try to find this black messiah. Let's go.
A lot of people ask me why I do it. Why I'm always talking about some revolution. If I ain't rap so black, I'd probably sell more music. But I'm never dumb it down. Cause nigga, I ain't stupid, I'ma let you rap and stunt. Puff on blunts, over pull up fronts when I'm at you in the struggle. With the youngest, trying to build them up, trying to interrupt the interruptions. Man, they killing us. If it ain't the strangers, cages filled with us, that they feeling up. I make my choice to cut through all this noise. As a voice for reasons, dedicate my life above this mic. I will speak for freedom. Every single time I write a verse, it's to serve my people. At your own the turf, from rehearse, trying to fight the evils. I don't flesh for fortune and fame. I'm just here to do some work. Cause somewhere there's a black messiah posted on the turf. So I'm trying to change conditions so the next one can emerge and lead us to the other side as Babylon burns. Like I'ma let these horns blow. Like I'm trying to knock down the walls of Jericho. Keep on marching while we singing freedom songs. I am James Weldon Johnson playing God's trombone. I'ma let these horns blow. I'ma let these horns blow. Keep on marching while we singing freedom songs. I am James Weldon Johnson playing God's trombone. Yo, I'm about to take you to another level. Why you niggas out here lying about your diamond bezel? These devils at you using God as a weapon. They think that they are hurting justifies their oppression. Listen, ain't no black heaven that teaches from plantation Jesus. Cause they don't see us as equal and never wanted freedom for our people. Spitting lies when they tell us if we bow to them on earth, they will make it up to heaven. But I don't want to wait the period to the day that I inherit. The earth is God's promise. I don't claim to be a prophet, but I follow like apostles. A disciple with a rifle. Ethiopia Bibles up in blinkers on these false idols. And thank God for the black woman. Cause my God is a black woman. And I'ma praise him with these records I'll be playing. Jiggling on the battlefield like I'm King David. I'ma let these horns blow. Like I'm trying to knock down the walls of Jericho. Keep on marching while we singing freedom songs. I am James Weldon Johnson playing God's trombone. Like I'ma let these horns blow. I'ma let these horns blow. Keep on marching while we singing freedom songs. I am James Weldon Johnson playing God's trombone. Man, look, my whole voice almost went out doing that song. Like, that's my closer, so I always leave that towards the end. I see why I never lead off with it, because it's a lot. So look, that was God's Trombone, produced by Jay Philly from the 2019 In Search of the Black Messiah LP. Until, you know, I'm about to redo the deluxe version of In Search of the Black Messiah on October 15th or what have you. So until that comes out, every one song Wednesday will be a record from, you know what I'm saying, that album or what have you. So what had happened was, it was maybe 2018 or 17 that this young kid, he was in high school, I want to say either in Virginia or North Carolina, he went viral, and it was like a trombone fanfare, and they were playing, I think that's Black and Blue by Al Jarreau, I want to say, and it was like a fanfare, and it's like, man, the little kid playing the trombone, the lead trombone, like, the Holy Ghost is just speaking through him. You can look it up, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook first time. Like, he played that fanfare, and like you could tell the Lord was literally just playing through him. Like, he played his soul out, and like the reaction to everybody in the crowd, it was like a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you know, I wasn't very good, but I definitely played trombone from 6th grade to 12th grade. That's part of the reason why I tried to come to Southern. The whole band situation didn't work out for me, but so I've always had a love for trombone playing, what have you. And I tried to get a couple different producers to chop it up. Nobody ever fooled with it. Then one day, my longtime in-house close friend, creative partner, Jay Philly, he sends me an email that says Trombone Shorty. Now, Jovan used to be a trumpet player or whatever, but you know, he sends me an email that says Trombone Shorty. I knew immediately what it was. I heard the beat. I wrote the first verse immediately. You know what I'm saying? And after I wrote the first verse, you know, around this time, I've been doing a lot of stuff in Atlanta and in Baton Rouge with my guy, D. Horton. And like, just kind of like really getting to know him and see that we were kindred spirits. How we both kind of church kids, but we have a different view of, you know what I'm saying, Christianity. You know, that's not of like, you know what I'm saying, white Jesus, what have you. And a very particular love for, you know, using music to reach out to young brothers in the streets. So I sent him my verse and he gave me an incredible verse. And it was exactly 100% in line with everything else that was going on the album without him like even hearing the rest of the album. You know what I'm saying? And the last verse, you know what I'm saying? So it was just me just kind of expounding on that. So like, you know, for me, like I have my personal favorite songs. I think that like Staring Whisper might be my all-time best song. I love Henry Clay. I love Cry Freedom. But like this right here is like, it's in, I would say, top 5 of my all-time favorite songs. And just as a writer, you know what I'm saying? Like we hear about, like, so I had this kind of theme that kind of permeates throughout the album In Search of the Black Messiah. It's like, you know, I have atheists and homeboys and a lot of people want anti-Christianity. And I've kind of struggled with Christianity as I've grown. But one thing I realized is everything that a lot of black people don't like about religion has to do with Christianity. And everything about specifically about Christianity that a lot of black people don't like is when Europeans took it and remixed it. And so one of the tertiary themes of In Search of the Black Messiah is trying to envision God, you know what I'm saying, and Christianity in this particular spiritual system, minus the influence of Europeans, of white people who use it to brainwash us and enslave us. And I don't really think, and I'm not saying there hasn't been, but there's not a whole lot of people approaching, you know, deconstructed Christianity and taking the oppressive, colonized version in the rhetoric out of it and making a record about it. I'm sure I'm not the first, because nothing's original, you know what I'm saying, nothing's new under the sun, but I'm really happy with the way I approached it. It's one of my all-time favorites. It is my closer whenever I'm performing live. I have not got a chance to perform it with D. Horton yet, but I think it's a powerful record. I mean, all over the album, I want to say, unless I'm specifically talking about young black boys or myself, I'm only referring to God as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I refer to her as such on this particular record here, so it works well, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a shout out when I do, it is funny because like I've been in places where I do the God as a black woman thing, you know what I'm saying? And some sisters are like kind of taking it back, and some women love it or whatever, but that's just how I'm rocking. That's how I'm approaching the situation, what have you. Well, you know, I talked about that on Black Guy Fresh. But you know what I'm saying? But so anyways, I love the beat. I love it. You know, I always save it for last, for one, because it's really heavy on my voice. And like, I just let everything go on it. You know what I'm saying? My voice is cracked several times. It's probably the most closest to singing I've ever done on a record. You know what I'm saying? But I really love the song, and it's just a fun record to do last, or what have you. Yeah. With that said, October 15th, 2020, MarcelPBlack.bandcamp.com. I am re-releasing In Search of the Black Messiah. Like I said, between COVID, pandemic, and death in my family, the whole rollout for In Search of the Black Messiah kind of got halted. So I want to shake it back. I want to bring it back, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that, you know, I can really explain it and really unpack it some more, because I really think it's a great album. I'm going to release it on, of course, CDs. I'm going to release it on cassette. I'm adding 4 new songs to the album. You know what I'm saying? 4 new songs to the album, or what have you. 3 new records. One's with a feature, and I have a remix that's going to be really, really dope. I'm going to be trying to do interviews with some of the artists and producers that worked on the album. I'm going to try to do like a Zoom listening party for the new songs. All types of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? MarcelPBlack.bandcamp.com. Marcel P. Black Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Allah Mahabe, freedom.